All right, World War II in the Americas, section 1.3, the social impact of the Second World War in the United States, focusing on its impact on minorities, women, and then the issue of conscription. Now, it is important to understand that during a crisis, there are major changes that happen. Major changes are needed in a time of crisis. If you don't, the crisis is not going to go away. As a result of this and a major war going on, many men are going to enlist and leave. Okay, they're going to be out of the United States. They're going to be fighting off in battle, meaning the jobs they were previously occupying are now vacant. So women are going to enter the workforce in a large number that really had not happened previously in the United States because the men are off in battle. Someone's got to take care of the jobs back at home. Women are going to step up, and women are going to be the ones doing that. There is going to be a change in the social conditions as well. Women are no longer staying at home. Women are now working. Immigrants and minorities are going to be being treated better in the United States, and really in a lot of countries, unless you're Japanese and Asian, are going to be being treated better primarily because the countries recognize the need for their work. We're looking at that when we're talking about like people of color, African Americans, Mexicans, Latinos, Latinas, anything of that nature. So it is important to understand that women, immigrants, and minorities are going to be getting treated better for the most part during the war, but that's ultimately not to say they're being treated really, really well because they're not. It's also important to understand that this is temporary. This is not going to last. This is happening only during the war because it's like, hey, we kind of have to get rid of this crisis right now because Hitler is kind of a big deal. If we don't do this, stuff's going to get really, really bad. So yeah, we'll give you your job. We'll give you some rights for now, but it is not going to last. Now, the United States, okay, World War II is going to mark a turning point in American history on a number of different ways, but particularly socially speaking. Women are going to become the heads of household because the men are absent due to the war. A lot of homes, the women are the ones who are really running the house because the man is off fighting. So they're the one bringing in the income. They're the ones working. They're the one raising the children, making sure everything is taken care of. This traditional kind of a nuclear family, so to speak, is not really present during World War II because the men are gone. Minorities are going to be trained for skilled labor because countries are going to need their work. The United States is going to need minorities. They can't really keep them from working right now because, quite frankly, they just cannot afford to not have people in these jobs. So they're going to be doing this. Roosevelt is going to step into the picture, and he's going to appeal to patriotism, okay? Every single person must come together and play their part. This is a battle of good versus evil. The United States, the Allied powers, they're the good guy here. Hitler and the Axis is bad. They're evil. We must come together. We must fight. We must stand up. And we must play our part to make sure that Hitler dies, okay? To make sure this evil of fascism dies and never comes back. So everyone must come together. Everyone must play their part. If you are a man and you can fight, go fight. If you can't, stay home and work. If you're a woman, come join the factory. Work, okay? Do what you can to make sure that the good side, the United States and the Allies, defeat the bad guys, the evil Hitler and the Nazis. Now, this is going to be exhibited in a number of different ways. Number one is victory gardens, okay? Victory gardens. This is where they're saying basically, hey, grow your own food because we kind of have a limited supply right now. Seeds are pretty easy to get. You cut open a pepper, for example. You're going to have a ton of seeds in there. Grow your own food, okay? Make sure that's taken care of. Also, start recycling because we don't have a lot of resources coming in right now. So if you use something, don't throw it away. Recycle it because we can use it again. The United States is in a state of total war. Total war meaning everything that's happening in the economy is focused on the war effort. Okay, so whatever you are doing, you're not doing it for your own individual like joy of, hey, this is something fun I'm going to create. You're doing it because there's a war going on and you have to provide supplies for the war. There were some very limited attacks on the American mainland. So the United States is in a state of total war, different than people living in, say, France. They're not like actually getting bombed for the most part. However, it is very obvious that a war is going on. Okay, everyone realizes that a war was happening and they cannot avoid that no matter what they think. Okay, everyone's going to step up to the plate. They have to because everyone is at war. It is a battle of good versus evil. Questions, comments, put it below. Otherwise, I shall see you later. Good luck.